Hello and welcome back to the Movie Pope podcast. And today we are going to be taking a look at the trailer for The Running Man, based on the 1982 Stephen King novel of the same name, and in a modern adaptation, or I should say, reboot or remake. I don't really know what it is anymore because reboot and remake have kind of been blended together. You know what I mean, Lay?
Oh, absolutely. And gosh, I have to admit, I did see this one pop up, and I was just like, no, not an Arnold movie, right? Like, I mean, these movies are sacred for people like me. Like, I love those Arnold movies, and to see them try to like recreate this this new adaptation of it's going to be, well, very interesting to say the least. So,
because I mean, because the original from '87, was. I don't want to say silly, but it had a certain campiness to it, just because it was an '80s film, And my thing is that whenever they're taking these movies from the '80s and adapting it, for today, they just try to make them so super serious, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because at least for you and I, right? We grew up on these movies.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how many times, like, we would wake up on Saturday and turn on the TV and watch an Arnold movie that, takes us through most of the afternoon, right? And we enjoyed them because they were just good fun. They were just, it was escapism. Whereas here, it's like, at what point do you kind of have to ask yourself, what's getting a little bit too serious? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, it'll. Like, I guess we'll see. I'll definitely get the vibe from the trailer as far as where I feel like they're going with this. But I mean, the first one was just like you said. It's campy, right? Like, it's totally goofy. They're wearing like those crazy track suits and everything like that. Like,
because it was the '80s, obviously.
Yes. I mean, it totally hits all the marks as just being. It's obviously not something to take very serious, and I think that's probably like the worst thing, or like the biggest downfall, like you said, is to make it too grounded, right? Because you have to just kind of deal with the fact that you're dealing with a very weird subject matter, and it's just gonna be like that. And it's fine for it to be goofy, and I remember you had like Electro and stuff like that, and they're making jokes like it's just a giant Christmas tree coming by, Buzzsaw, and stuff like that. Like, you have all these like quirky characters, and they kind of exist because hey, you're just trying to you're literally playing like American Gladiators, except the American Gladiators can actually kill you. So I mean, there's just something interesting about the idea of that. So I guess we'll see what the trailer does as far as capturing it or not capturing that aesthetic. So
because I will say this, because Edgar Wright is known for making like these, really ridiculous comedies. I mean, big one that comes to mind is Shaun of the Dead, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So for something like The Running Man, you kind of have to wonder: is he going to maintain that same level of silliness, or is he going to try to do what Todd Phillips did and kind of go uber serious? And well, we saw what happened when Todd Phillips tried to do things way too seriously. With Joker. Yeah,
I mean, we'll see, because certainly, I mean, it'll be interesting to see, because I think he does have that ability to do this. So I guess it's like you pointed out, right? What direction is he going to go with for the film?
All right, let's take a look at The Running Man.
Stop filming me!
Ben Richards, 35. Married, one child, in medical crisis.
We need money for a doctor now.
Ben, watch us up.
Employment status, blacklisted. But there's still a way out for you. It's the biggest show in the country.
I always think you're going really good with the show.
Set it free! Welcome to The Running Man!
People on these games never come back.
I'm not trying to get myself killed, so kiss my ass twice.
Right there is why you can win this game. The rules are simple. Survive 30 days with the entire nation hunting you down.
Okay, this is a little bit different, right? Because really, The Running Man was all kind of centralized
I'm gonna
in
come back here,
now it's just kind of
burn this
out
building
there.
down. I promise. That's the spirit.
This is America, goddammit! And we don't put up with no bullshit! Yes!
That's not the most American thing we've ever heard.
Him! Down! Stop filming me!
Have you ever wondered?
We actually look
this game is
infinitely
rigged?
more over the top
Guess
than
we'll
the
find
first
out.
one was.
Yeah.
You might be moving up too fast.
Hey, buddy. You're on Freebie.
You better run! I got a grenade!
That's a really cool shot. I like that.
Back at you.
I'm still here, you shit eaters.
Glenn Powell's really hamming it up, I can see.
Are you crazy?
So I'll say this, right? I think part of what I enjoyed in the first one, right, was it was a totally goofy premise, but everyone played it super straight, right? Like there was not any like real goofiness. Like he was out there fighting the fight, and I think a part of what makes it stick out in my brain, it's because like everyone played it like, you know, yeah, this is real. Like we're to use like the same thing I said earlier, right? It's American Gladiators come to life, where you're actually fighting against all these people, and they can kill you. And you know, I think just the whole premise of that was super bizarre. In this one, I feel like they're trying to take the piss out of it, right? Like they know that it's goofy and over top. So what you do is you have all the characters acting totally goofy and over the top.
So it's kind of reverse, basically.
Yeah. Yes. And I will say this, right? That's not to say that that can't be successful, right? It absolutely could be. But I think because I really like the first one, I will go see this one regardless, just because I'm a sucker for punishment as far as these films go.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to do it. And like I said, I will say I've in general really liked Glenn Powell and the stuff he's been in. So I think like that at least adds a little bit more interest for me. I could see, you know, in the preview, he obviously is really trying to play up just to how bizarre everything is here. So, I mean, it is, you know, at least has some things going for it. I just hope that the humor, to your point, right? I just hope let me not say humor, right? Because really the first one's not humorous per se, but I hope that it's able to kind of match that like kind of weird dystopian game show aesthetic that the first one did so well. So I don't know. We'll see. I do have some hope for it. It's just, like I said, the direction it feels like it's going in a very different direction than what, you know, the Arnie movie did.
I mean, it's kind of, if you think about it, it's kind of a sillier version of Gamer, you know?
Oh, that's true. Yep. That's yep.
Yeah, because with Gamer, like it was super serious. Like I mean, it was just dour. Like everybody was just trying to survive, and I mean, there was no room for levity. Whereas here, it's like, I mean, to your point, everybody's just taking the piss of it because they know they're on camera, so they got to perform. And they also understand that the whole premise in itself is pretty stupid and pretty ridiculous. So, I mean, I would be interested in seeing this movie just because I just want to see like what they can do with it, and I feel like because to what we said previously, I mean, it's mind-boggling how they take, you know, these movies from like, you know, the 70s and 80s and adapt them for modern times, but they just make them so grounded to where, you know, all the humor and all the silliness that we loved about the original kind of gets lost, right? Whereas here it's like Edgar Wright, he kind of he gets it. He understands that you do need humor in it, but he's going to approach it from a very different angle. Whereas we saw the humor in the aesthetics and the stylings because of the 80s in the original. This one, it's more of like, well, everybody's in on the joke, and we want you to be in on the joke with us because, you know, it's silly. It's kind of like a nod and a wink, really, to the audience.
And actually, you brought up something very interesting that I lost sight of, and then you said it. I'm like, okay, maybe I need to look at this differently, right? Because really, this is based upon the Stephen King book, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess for us, right, it might be a little unfair to compare it to the Arnold Running Man film, because I mean, I don't know how close that was to actually what Stephen King wanted, right? So
that's true. Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to base this upon a book. I'm trying to base this upon a film that I saw, and I don't know how true it was to, the book and everything that was going on with that. So I think maybe I should also have that open mind that, the first one, while I might have enjoyed it, maybe didn't capture what the book actually wanted, and maybe this is a more faithful adaptation about it. So I think that's a fair thing for me to like kind of look back on and be like, hey, maybe I should give this a different look than maybe what I'm going at it with.
But again, to be fair, I mean, most of our understanding, of the Stephen King novel is going to come from the movie itself.
Of course, yes.
I mean, realistically, how likely are you to sit down and actually read the book itself? You know what I mean?
I can't read. I've not been able to read since the 5th grade. So
I thought I was going to say the 3rd grade, but all right. I mean, hey, whatever works with you. But what I will say is that while it's very tempting to use the 87 film as a reference point, or even the novel itself as a reference point, I would also say, we should also kind of look at it in its own merit as a movie, right? So as much as we want to say, well, how faithful is it to the novel, or how funny is it compared to the 87 movie? We should also keep in mind, they're also making this movie because they also want it to kind of be its own thing, even if it is, the second film adaptation of a book,
That is very true. Wiser words have not been spoken on this channel.
Well, every so often we do say something that's pretty profound. But I know the next review that we're going to do is K-pop Demon Hunters, which has been making the rounds quite a lot. So I'm very keen on having us take a look at that. I actually downloaded the movie a few days ago too.
Oh, wait a minute, we shouldn't. You didn't download it, right? Like, you're gonna watch it on the appropriate format.
Well, I mean, download can mean anything, really.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I should have made it. I made it weird. I'm sorry.
Nice going, Lee. Now you ruined the magic. I mean, honestly, Lee, if you went to a Penn and Teller show, you would. Okay, maybe Penn and Teller's not the best example. If you went to a David Blaine show, you would ruin the magic trick, man. Come on, we're trying to do something special here. But let us know down in the comments below what your thoughts are. Are you interested in seeing The Running Man? Are you a fan of what Edgar Wright is doing, or are you in the camp of the 1987 classic with Arnie? Or if you're a bookworm, do you feel like this is probably close to Stephen King's vision, or do you think they're probably taking it to the next level and maybe making a bigger mess out of it? But other than that, thanks for tuning in. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. We definitely appreciate you guys watching, and to all of our subscribers out there, we love you. We thank you so much for hanging there with us. We couldn't do it without you guys, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Just tell the audience we love them.
Lee, these people took the time to hit the subscribe button. Of course, we're going to tell them that.
I appreciate them, but geez. Okay, but yes, thanks.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Lee doesn't love you, so if you're subscribed to the channel, Lee doesn't love you.
Gaslighting me, my gosh. I hope we edit this part out.